Ladies and gentlemen, I want to speak to you today about something that impacts every single one of us: friendship. Now, we often talk about success, wealth, and achievement, but let's pause for a moment and reflect on a quality that is at the heart of a fulfilling life: meaningful relationships. Imagine a man with no friends. At first glance, it may not seem so dire. After all, isn't the world full of people who are self-sufficient and solitary? Maybe, but here's the truth: a man with no friends is a man walking a lonely road, one that's more difficult, less fulfilling, and often less successful. We were not made to go through life alone. We are social beings meant to connect, grow, and succeed in the company of others. In fact, friendship is a cornerstone of personal and professional growth. The support, wisdom, and camaraderie we find in true friends can propel us to new heights, while the absence of such relationships can leave us stagnant, disconnected, and lost. A man without friends may have material success, but he lacks the richness of experience, the joy of shared moments, and the strength that comes from having a network of people who genuinely care about him. It's not just about having people around for company, it's about quality, trust, and connection. True friendship is one of life's greatest gifts, and it's something worth investing in every day. So I encourage you to ask yourself, are you a man with friends? And more importantly, are you the kind of friend others would be lucky to have? Because at the end of the day, wealth can come and go, but the value of friendship, true, loyal, and supportive friendships, is priceless. Friendship is the foundation of a successful life. Life is much easier and more fulfilling when you have a strong circle of friends who support you, challenge you, and push you toward your best self. A man with no friends has no one to share life's victories or struggles with, and that isolation will cost him more than he realizes. The people you surround yourself with will directly influence your mindset, habits, and outcomes. A man without friends is missing the opportunity to grow by being around others who inspire and challenge him to improve. Relationships are not just about emotions, they are about opportunities. When you have friends, you have connections that can open doors, provide advice, and help you achieve things you could not alone. A man with no friends is more likely to fall into negative thinking and self-doubt. Friendships keep you grounded, remind you of your worth, and help you see the world through a positive lens. You can't expect people to be your friend if you're not willing to invest in them. Friendship is about giving, sharing, and contributing. A man who only takes and never gives will find himself isolated. Life is complex, and none of us have all the answers. Friends challenge our ideas, broaden our horizons, and help us see things from angles we might not have considered. Without friends, a man is trapped in his own limited worldview. In the absence of friends, there is no one to hold you accountable to your goals, your values, or your commitments. Having friends means having people who remind you of what you're capable of, and they help you stay true to your course. We are designed to live in community, not isolation. A man with no friends will find life's challenges harder to bear and victories less sweet. True success is not just about achieving things, it's about sharing those achievements with others, building connections, and experiencing life together. Remember, it's not just about having people around, it's about building strong, meaningful relationships that make life richer and more rewarding. Be the kind of friend you wish to have and surround yourself with those who push you to be better. Because at the end of the day, the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your relationships. Friendship is not just a luxury, it is a fundamental part of a successful and fulfilling life. Too often we hear about the importance of hard work, focus, and determination, and while these are essential, it's easy to overlook the role that friendships play in our overall success. The people you surround yourself with, the friendships you cultivate, and the connections you make can be the difference between a life of struggle and a life of ease and fulfillment. You see, success is not achieved in isolation. It's the result of cooperation, support, and learning from others. Friends are not just companions, they are allies in the journey of life. They provide emotional support when things get tough. They challenge us to think bigger and do better. And they offer insights that we might never arrive at on our own. A good friend helps you see things from a different perspective, pushing you out of your comfort zone and guiding you toward opportunities you might have missed. Think of the most successful people you know. More than likely, they have a strong network of friends and mentors who share their experiences, offer advice, and provide encouragement. These friendships are not just about hanging out or passing time, they are strategic relationships that help each person grow. Friends help you see your blind spots, celebrate your wins, and offer wisdom when you face setbacks. They become the sounding board for your ideas, helping you refine and improve them. And they also hold you accountable to your goals. Without friends, you lack the support system necessary to navigate life's challenges. You can work hard, you can be driven, But there's a certain energy that comes from having people around you who believe in you, who cheer you on, and who remind you of your worth when you forget it yourself. Friendship adds a layer of security and reassurance in times of doubt. It makes the highs higher and the lows more manageable. Moreover, friendships open doors. Think about it. Every great opportunity you've had in life was likely tied to someone who believed in you or introduced you to someone who could help you. Friends are the bridges to new opportunities, ideas, and ventures. The right people in your life can create a ripple effect that elevates you to places you never imagined, simply because they brought their wisdom, connections, and resources into your world. In short, friendships are not just a bonus, they are a necessity for long-term success. They enrich your life, help you grow, and guide you through the inevitable ups and downs. A successful life isn't just about what you achieve on your own, it's about the people who help you get there, the ones who push you to become better, and the ones who walk alongside you every step of the way. So make friendships a priority. They are the foundation that will support and sustain your success for years to come. The people you choose to spend time with have a profound impact on the person you become. It's simple, but often overlooked. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The attitudes, beliefs, habits, and even the energy of those around you will shape your own thoughts, actions, and results. This isn't just a theory, it's a fundamental law of human nature. We are naturally influenced by those we associate with, and the longer we spend in their company, the more we begin to mirror their behaviors and outlooks. When you surround yourself with people who are driven, focused, and committed to growth, you naturally begin to adopt those qualities. You raise your standards, your work ethic improves, and you begin to think bigger, take more risks, and pursue goals you might have once considered out of reach. On the flip side, if you spend most of your time with people who are negative, complacent, or lack ambition, you'll find yourself slipping into those same patterns. You'll start thinking smaller, feeling stuck, and accepting mediocrity as the norm. This is why it's so important to be intentional about the company you keep. The people around you can either pull you up or drag you down. It's not necessarily about them trying to influence you directly, it's about the environment they create. If your friends are constantly complaining, procrastinating, or settling for less, it's easy to get caught up in that cycle. But if your circle is full of people who are positive, focused, and always striving for more, you can't help but be inspired to do the same. It's like being in a room full of high-energy people. Their enthusiasm becomes contagious, and soon you find yourself energized as well. Now, this doesn't mean you should cut people off at the first sign of negativity or struggle. True friendships are about supporting each other through thick and thin, but it does mean you must be mindful of the overall direction your friendships are taking you. Are they pushing you forward, challenging you to grow, or holding you back with their limitations? The average of your friends' habits, mindset, and attitudes will inevitably become your own, unless you make a conscious effort to choose relationships that align with your values and goals. It's not just about success in business or finances either. The people you surround yourself with also influence your health, your happiness, and your sense of purpose. If you want to be healthier, you'll benefit from spending time with friends who value fitness and well-being. If you want to be more optimistic and positive, seek out people who maintain a positive outlook even in tough situations. If you want to improve your emotional intelligence and relationships, spend time with those who are emotionally mature and open. In essence, the average of your 5 closest friends is a reflection of your future self. If you want to achieve more, be more, and live a more fulfilling life, it's time to take a good look at the people you're associating with. Are they the kind of people who will elevate you, challenge you, and help you grow into the person you aspire to be? If not, it's time to make a change. Your future is far too important to leave to chance, and the company you keep plays a major role in shaping that future. Choose wisely, and you'll find that your own potential will rise as you surround yourself with the right people. There's a simple truth in life: who you know matters just as much as what you know. Your network, the people you connect with, and the relationships you build can either propel you forward or leave you stuck where you are. The power of a strong network is immeasurable. It's not just about having a list of contacts or acquaintances, it's about building real, genuine connections that bring value, insight, and opportunity into your life. Opportunities rarely come from a place of isolation. The greatest opportunities in life often come from someone you know, someone who believes in you, someone who can open doors for you, or someone who can offer advice and guidance when you need it most. You may have the talent, the skills, and the drive, but without the right connections, it's like trying to start a fire without kindling. It's important to understand that success is rarely a solo endeavor. It's about aligning with the right people who can help amplify your efforts and take you further than you could go alone. Building a strong network isn't about collecting business cards or LinkedIn connections. It's about forging relationships that are built on trust, respect, and mutual benefit. When you surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and support your growth, you open yourself to a whole new world of possibilities. These connections can be sources of advice, collaboration, partnership, and mentorship, each one contributing something unique to your journey. The strength of your network is directly tied to the diversity of perspectives and expertise it brings. In addition to expanding your access to opportunities, your network also holds the power to elevate your thinking and broaden your horizons. Being around people who are thinking at a higher level, who are solving problems and pushing boundaries, will naturally make you think bigger too. The conversations you have with those in your circle shape your mindset, challenge your assumptions, and expose you to ideas that can shift the course of your life. But it's not just about what you can get out of the connections you make, it's also about what you give. The most powerful networks are built on a foundation of generosity and giving. When you help others, offer your support, and share your knowledge, you create an environment where relationships flourish. People are drawn to those who are willing to invest in them to help without expecting anything in return. This is the law of reciprocity at work. By giving, you inevitably receive in return. Sometimes it's direct and sometimes it's indirect, but the value you put into the world comes back to you in ways you can't always predict. And let's not forget the strength that comes from having a solid network in times of adversity. Life will inevitably present challenges, obstacles, and moments of doubt. But when you have a group of people who believe in you, who are there to offer support, advice, and encouragement, you can weather any storm. Your network provides the foundation that helps you stand tall when times are tough. They remind you that you're not alone in your struggles and that others have been through similar experiences and come out stronger on the other side. In short, your network is one of the most powerful assets you can have. It's not just about expanding your reach, it's about creating a system of support, growth, and shared opportunities. Your connections can open doors, elevate your thinking, and provide you with the resources and encouragement you need to succeed. So invest time and energy into building meaningful relationships. Seek out people who inspire you, who challenge you, and who will help you grow into the best version of yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about what you know, but who you know and how you both help each other along the way. Loneliness is a powerful force, and it can easily take root if we aren't careful. When you're isolated, whether physically or emotionally, your thoughts tend to turn inward, and that's where the danger lies. Left unchecked, loneliness breeds negativity. It's a silent and insidious force that can pull you down, cloud your judgment, and make the world seem darker than it really is. The longer you remain in that state, the harder it becomes to escape. When you're alone, it's easy to start doubting yourself. Your inner dialogue becomes louder, filled with questions like, am I good enough, or why isn't anything working, with no one around to challenge those thoughts or offer a different perspective. Those negative feelings have room to grow. In those moments, you begin to forget the bigger picture. You forget the progress you've made, the wins you've had, and the strength that lies within you. Instead, you start seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances, trapped in a never-ending cycle of defeat. Moreover, loneliness causes you to focus only on your own problems. You become consumed by your own thoughts, which can spiral out of control. Without the refreshing perspective of others, you can easily get caught in a loop of overthinking, turning minor setbacks into insurmountable obstacles. When you're isolated, everything feels heavier. You lose sight of the possibility of growth because you have no one to help you see things from a different angle. But it's not just about the negative thoughts that arise from loneliness, it's also about the lack of motivation and inspiration. When you're surrounded by others, especially those who are positive and forward-thinking, their energy has a way of lifting you up. They challenge you, offer encouragement, and provide the kind of support that keeps you moving forward. In contrast, when you're alone, there's no one to help you stay motivated, and it becomes all too easy to let inertia take over. The longer you stay disconnected, the harder it becomes to get back on track. Loneliness can also lead to a sense of helplessness. When you're by yourself, it's easy to feel like you're facing life's challenges alone, without the tools or resources to overcome them. But in reality, you're not truly alone. There are people out there who want to support you, who want to see you succeed. It's just that loneliness convinces you otherwise. It convinces you that you don't deserve help, or that no one would care. And when you believe that, you start to act like it's true. Negativity thrives in an environment of isolation. When you're alone, you don't have the positive reinforcement or the differing opinions that help you stay grounded. Without others to challenge you or provide a fresh perspective, you're left with your own thoughts, which, if negative, can be all-consuming. You start to believe the worst about yourself and your circumstances. Your goals seem impossible, your future uncertain, and your energy drained. But the moment you reach out, the moment you reconnect with others, things begin to shift. You start to see the world differently. You regain your optimism, your motivation, and your belief that you can overcome any challenge. It's not that the negative thoughts disappear overnight, but when you're connected to others, they help you see the light at the end of the tunnel. They remind you that you are capable, that you do have value, and that your circumstances don't define your potential. The power of community, of being surrounded by people who care about you, is that it pulls you out of the darkness and into the light. The antidote to loneliness and the negativity it breeds is connection. The more you surround yourself with positive, supportive people, the less room there is for negativity to take root. It's through those relationships that you regain perspective, strength, and the courage to move forward. So if you're feeling isolated or trapped by negative thoughts, remember that you don't have to face it alone. Reach out, engage with others. Because no matter how dark things may seem, you always have the power to change your outlook, and that often starts with just one conversation, one connection, and one reminder that you are not alone. Friendship, at its core, is about reciprocity. It's a two-way street. We often think about what we can get from a friendship: the support, the companionship, the advice. But true, lasting friendships are built on mutual effort, where both parties give and take in equal measure. If you expect friendship to be solely about receiving, you're missing the point and ultimately the full potential of what these relationships can offer. You see, friendships are not one-sided transactions. They are partnerships. Just like any successful partnership, there has to be a balance. The value of a true friend lies not only in what they provide to you, but also in what you contribute to them. It's about sharing in each other's lives, offering your time, your energy, and your care. The most fulfilling friendships are the ones where both individuals feel supported, valued, and understood. It's the give and take that makes the bond stronger over time. When you only take from a friendship, you create a sense of imbalance. One person is left feeling drained, while the other might become resentful, unconsciously distancing themselves. If you're always the one reaching out for help but never offering assistance in return, you may begin to notice that those same people stop reaching out to you. They start to feel used, and that's the end of the road for any relationship. You can't expect to build trust and respect if you're not also giving those things in return. On the other hand, when you invest in others, when you give without expecting anything in return, that's when relationships flourish. It's not about keeping score, but about showing up for your friends when they need you, offering a listening ear, providing guidance when asked, and simply being present. You'll find that by giving, you often receive far more than you could have ever imagined. Not because you're keeping track, but because true friendship creates a cycle of positivity, support, and growth. What you put into the relationship comes back to you in ways you never thought possible. There's also something incredibly rewarding about helping others without the expectation of anything in return. When you extend yourself to others, you not only strengthen the bond, but you also grow in ways that help you become a better person. Giving makes you more empathetic, more connected to the world around you, and more attuned to the needs of others. And in turn, when your friends see the effort you make, they'll be there for you in ways that feel just as meaningful and genuine. Think about the friends you have now. Are they people you support as much as they support you? Are you there for them in their times of need, just as they are there for you? If the answer is yes, then you're likely experiencing the depth of true friendship. But if you feel the relationship is more about one person than the other, it's time to reassess the balance. Friendships take effort, but they should never feel like a burden. Both sides should feel like they're giving in equal measure, helping each other grow, and providing the kind of connection that elevates both individuals. The beauty of this is that when you give, you don't only strengthen the relationship you're in, you also elevate yourself. You become a better friend, a better person, and a better partner in life. The effort you put in not only helps the people around you, but also transforms you into someone who is more generous, thoughtful, and engaged with the world. In the end, friendships are about mutual care, respect, and effort. They thrive when both people are willing to invest time, energy, and love into the other. It's not about what you can take, but what you can give, because the more you give, the more you end up receiving. A friendship that's built on a two-way street will last for years, providing you with a foundation of support and growth. It's these kinds of friendships that make life richer, more meaningful, and ultimately more successful. So remember, when you give more than you expect to receive, you create relationships that will not only endure but flourish. One of the greatest gifts that friendship offers is the ability to see the world through someone else's eyes. We often get caught in our own way of thinking, our own experiences, and our own assumptions. But when you have friends who offer different perspectives, you're given the opportunity to expand your view of the world. This isn't just a small benefit, it's a powerful tool for growth, learning, and personal transformation. Each person you encounter has a unique set of experiences, a different background, and a set of values that shape how they perceive the world. When you build relationships with people who think differently, who have had different life experiences, and who come from different walks of life, you open yourself up to new ideas, new ways of doing things, and new approaches to solving problems. Without friends who offer diverse perspectives, you limit yourself to the narrow lens of your own experience. Think about it, the best ideas often come from collaboration. The most successful projects, the most innovative solutions, and the most impactful changes happen when people come together and share their diverse thoughts. A group of friends who each bring something different to the table can help you look at any situation from multiple angles. It's like having a toolbox full of different tools. One friend may offer a creative solution to a problem. Another may have a practical approach, and yet another may offer a more philosophical or ethical viewpoint. By combining these different perspectives, you become better equipped to navigate the complexities of life. When you only surround yourself with people who think like you, who agree with you all the time, you're missing out on the opportunities for growth that come from healthy debate and constructive disagreement. A true friend doesn't just tell you what you want to hear, they tell you what you need to hear. They challenge your ideas, ask tough questions, and push you to consider alternatives. It's through this process that we develop deeper insights and expand our thinking. The best friendships are those where both people feel free to challenge each other, where opinions are respected, and where the exchange of ideas leads to greater wisdom. Having friends who offer different perspectives also helps you become more adaptable. Life rarely follows a straight path. Things change, circumstances shift, and challenges arise. The more perspectives you have, the more tools you have to adapt. When you face obstacles, the insights and advice from a diverse group of friends can help you approach the situation from various angles and discover solutions you may not have considered on your own. Moreover, friends with different perspectives help you grow emotionally and intellectually. They help you see the world not just from your own position, but from a wider and more global view. They remind you that there's more to the world than your personal experience. They broaden your understanding of people, cultures, and situations that you might not have encountered otherwise. This kind of growth is invaluable. It shapes your character, increases your empathy, and makes you more open-minded. And all of this feeds into your ability to connect with others, to build stronger relationships, and to succeed in both your personal and professional life. The ability to understand different viewpoints also makes you a better communicator. When you can understand where someone is coming from, you're better equipped to express your own ideas in a way that resonates with them. You become a better listener, a better speaker, and someone who can create connections across different groups. This ability to bridge gaps is invaluable in today's world, where collaboration and understanding are essential to success. In the end, the beauty of friendship is that it's not just about companionship, it's about growth, learning, and expanding your mind. When you have friends who offer different perspectives, you are constantly being challenged and pushed to think bigger, act bolder, and understand deeper. It's through these differences that you grow the most. So embrace the friends who offer a different point of view. Seek them out, appreciate their insights, and allow their perspectives to shape your own. Because when you open yourself up to new ways of thinking, you open yourself up to a whole new world of possibilities. Friendship is one of the most powerful forces when it comes to holding you accountable. It's one thing to set goals and promises to yourself, but when you have friends who genuinely care about your success, those goals become much more than just words on paper, they become commitments. The value of a good friend is not just in the fun times you share or the emotional support they offer, but in the way they help keep you on track and hold you to your highest standards. Accountability is a game changer in life. It's easy to let yourself off the hook when no one is watching. It's easy to push off your goals, make excuses, or delay progress when there's no one to answer to. But when you have friends who are invested in your growth, they won't let you get away with that. They're the ones who remind you of your commitments, who ask you about your progress, and who challenge you when you're not living up to your potential. And more importantly, they do it with your best interest at heart. It's not about nagging or criticizing, it's about helping you stay true to your vision for your life. Imagine having friends who know your goals and who, on a regular basis, check in with you to see how things are going. They ask, how's that project coming along, or have you made progress on that idea you shared? In those moments, you can't hide behind excuses. You can't pretend everything is fine when it's not. Your friends hold up a mirror, reflecting the reality of your actions and decisions. And in doing so, they force you to step up your game and push harder, because you don't want to disappoint them, and more importantly, you don't want to disappoint yourself. Accountability also works in the opposite direction. Just as your friends hold you to a higher standard, you have the same responsibility to them. A strong friendship is built on mutual respect, And part of that respect is the responsibility you both have to challenge each other to be the best versions of yourselves. When your friends see you slacking off or falling short of your potential, they'll call you out on it because they care. And when you do the same for them, you're contributing to each other's success, creating a cycle of growth, improvement, and mutual achievement. This reciprocal accountability creates a bond that not only strengthens your relationship, but also accelerates your personal growth. When you know that someone is relying on you, or when you know that someone is rooting for you and will ask about your progress, it makes it much harder to fall into complacency. You no longer operate in a vacuum. You're working toward a goal with someone else in mind. It makes the journey feel less lonely and gives you that extra push to keep going when things get tough. Your friends become your greatest motivators, not just because they cheer for you, but because they hold you accountable for the actions you promise to take. In this way, friendship doesn't just support your ambitions, it actively propels them forward. When you're accountable to your friends, you raise your own expectations and strive for higher levels of success. But beyond the tangible achievements, this accountability builds your character. It teaches you discipline, responsibility, and the importance of following through on your word. It reminds you that your goals are not just about you, they're about the people who believe in you, who are watching your progress, and who are rooting for you to succeed. If you truly want to grow, to achieve your highest potential, and to live a life of purpose, you need that level of accountability. You need friends who push you, who challenge you, and who keep you on track when the road gets tough. These are the relationships that elevate your life and hold you to a higher standard. So take advantage of the power of friendship, not just for support, but for accountability. Because when you know your friends are invested in your success, you're far more likely to achieve it, and you'll do it with integrity, focus, and consistency. No man is an island. This simple truth reveals the essential nature of human connection. We are not designed to thrive in isolation. We may convince ourselves at times that we can go it alone, that our success or happiness is solely in our hands, but the reality is that we need others. We need relationships, support, and the shared wisdom and experiences of the people around us. The strength of a person lies not only in their own abilities, but in the connections they build and the community they create. When we try to do everything ourselves, we limit our potential. The world is too vast, and life is too complex to navigate without the input and support of others. Every great achievement, every meaningful success is built on the foundation of collaboration, partnership, and connection. Think about the entrepreneurs who build companies, the leaders who guide nations, or the artists who create masterpieces. They didn't get there by themselves. They relied on teams, mentors, supporters, and a network of people who believed in their vision. The power of human connection is what propels us forward. The key to personal and professional growth is recognizing the value in those around us. We need to surround ourselves with people who can challenge us, who can offer new perspectives, who can share their expertise, and who can encourage us when times get tough. These relationships shape our decisions, influence our actions, and provide the feedback we need to grow. No matter how skilled or knowledgeable we are, we can never reach our highest potential without the help of others. But this isn't just about receiving, it's about giving as well. Relationships, whether personal or professional, are two-way streets. We don't just rely on others for support, but we also give our own energy, time, and wisdom in return. The best connections are those where both people contribute, where both are willing to invest in the relationship and help one another grow. The idea that we can succeed without the support of others is a myth. We rise by lifting others, and in doing so, we create a community of growth, encouragement, and shared success. When we isolate ourselves, we miss out on the opportunity for collaboration, growth, and feedback. We close ourselves off from learning, and we limit our ability to adapt and evolve. Think about it. Every time we engage with others, we open ourselves up to new ideas, new ways of thinking, and new opportunities. A single conversation can spark a new idea, a new direction, or a new perspective on a problem that seemed insurmountable. The more we interact with others, the more we grow, and the more we can give back in meaningful ways. But there's another side to this as well. Isolation doesn't just limit our success, it also impacts our well-being. Human beings are social creatures, and our emotional health thrives when we have meaningful relationships. When we lack these connections, we experience loneliness, which breeds negativity and discouragement. When we surround ourselves with people who care for us, who support us, and who challenge us, we not only grow but also feel a deeper sense of fulfillment and purpose. These relationships help us stay grounded, remind us of our value, and provide the strength to overcome obstacles. When you acknowledge that no man is an island, you free yourself from the burden of trying to do everything on your own. You open yourself to the help and wisdom of others. You allow yourself to lean on your friends, your family, your colleagues, and your mentors. And in turn, you give back to them, lifting them up and helping them grow in the same way. This exchange of support, advice, and encouragement creates a cycle of growth and success that benefits everyone involved. In the end, no matter how independent or self-sufficient you believe yourself to be, remember that human connection is the cornerstone of success and happiness. Our relationships, our partnerships, and our communities are what make life richer, more meaningful, and more impactful. We are not alone in this journey. So embrace the power of connection. Seek out those who can help you and offer your support to others in return. Because together we rise higher than we ever could alone.